Yeah, man, I'm extremely excited to have you back on, bro. I am entertaining the idea after 5 years of being a conspiracy theorist. Here I go.
Uh,
I'm actually becoming a flat earther.
let's start.
Let's make deposits into the bank of knowledge. Welcome back to Paranoi Radio Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Trebles Garcia, your humble host, and I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. Guys, I have an amazing episode lined up for you guys, but before that, I want to remind you that the most important thing that you can do for the show is word of mouth. Check us out at ParanoiRadio.com. Check out the affiliations with Flavors of the Forest, Scripted World for Operations, and Ali Christine. Keep your kids healthy, make your kids healthy again, and live parasitic free. Oh yeah, make sure you check them out, guys, and drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Guys, let's jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the freaking mood. I have an amazing episode with an amazing special guest. This is his third time around, guys. I book him maybe once a year, but when he comes with bombs of knowledge, making deposits into the bank of knowledge. And you know what, bro? I'm gonna tell you something. I came at this dude as a simulator guy. Like I like the simulation theory. I really do. But then again, bro, oh my gosh. I was talking to Level Plain Poem. I was seeing the rest of his work. He's an amazing human being. And I have to admit, bro, it's undeniable science.
Well,
And I want to say science because this is the crazy. Everybody, please welcome David Wise.
thanks,
What's
thanks
up,
for
David?
having. Thanks, Angel. Hey, don't walk away from the simulation thing because the word simulation isn't incorrect. It's not incorrect. We live in a flat world. We live in a topographical energetic plane. Let me just show you. This is how I see the world, right? This is the whole system, right? The luminaries are spinning around on these magnetic flows, right? In this double toroid. Now, this plane here is where we live. Now, that's like 1% of this whole thing. All we're talking about is this 1%. This is the physicality where I can walk up to you, I can punch you, and you'll feel it, and we can throw things at each other and all sorts of stuff. But our thoughts change this physical reality. Our thoughts create our reality. They don't teach us
Energetic pulsating out of your brain, huh?
it just your thoughts are magnetic and they pull in what you're thinking. So when you watch horror films, you are attracting horror into your life, right? When you have thoughts of, oh, I'm just gonna be paycheck to paycheck my whole life, you're attracting that to you. Birds of a feather flock together is a real thing. And so our thoughts literally create physicality. What do you mean? That if you're a geocentrist, I mean a physical reality, no spiritual understanding of this world, that makes no sense to you. But our thoughts literally change our world. That sounds some like some simulation that we're in. I say we're in a physical simulation.
I like to say, even the idea of God creating us, allowing us to roam the earth at free will, that's technically a simulation, bro.
Yeah. Do I'm with you. Some people.
Last time you were here,
Wait, hold on.
Mhm.
Remember that thought. Some people say that we don't have free will, and I agree and I disagree 100%. All right. What do you mean? That's I'm falling off my wobble board. Because I think we come here with a mission. Hey, our mission is to do this thing, and that's our life path. We have free will to go off that path, but when we go off that path, things get crappy.
You got consequence.
You can go left, you can go right, and the farther off you go, the harder the current is trying to take you back. So when you go with the flow, that's your destiny.
I like that. Again, but you have to attract it, right? You have to attract it.
Yeah, if you go with the flow, if you listen to your soul speak to you, if you connect with source, God, whatever name you want to give it, and listen and behave like a human should. We should not be fighting with each other. You should help the person to your left and the person to your right, right? And if everybody did that, things would be different. So when you behave properly, when you think properly, and you follow that flow, that energy, that predestiny, things become, you attract it. The law of attraction.
High tides rises all ships, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy stuff. Let me ask you something. Personal question. Now you brought it up here. You came a little philosopher today. Have you found your destiny? Is this it?
It must be because it feels good. I've been studying the Torah a little bit. I did a podcast with a whole bunch of rabbis. Now, I'm not religious in any way. I was born Jewish, but I know nothing. I know nothing about the Jewish religion. The people that hate the Jews know more about it than I do. Okay, don't care, right? But they convinced me to do a weekly. We go 20, 30 minutes, and they're just teaching me stuff, and everything that they're teaching is like, hey, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. Right? These are all like good things. So my destiny, one of the one we learned today, and that's the reason I brought it up. I almost forgot my point, my thread here, is that you need to love your work. Right? You don't want to hate your work. You want to love I love my work. I've never been busier in my entire life. I work 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, and then I work while I'm sleeping, I think. I pretty much, because I don't really sleep. Yeah. And like in the middle of the night, I'm like, my mind is spinning. I got to get up. I got to write things.
The earth is flat.
Yeah. Well, the earth is flat. The only thing spinning is my mind.
Oh, man.
So have I found my destiny? Well, I'm on my way to it. I'm pretty sure that. And the synchronicities in my life are literally incredibly insane. For example, Christoph Melchizedek, I don't know if you know who he is. He spoke at Acapulco with me. We hung out. We were at the same hotel complex, and we had a great time. I didn't even know what he did. I didn't know nothing about this guy. You probably don't either. And I don't even know if I can describe what he does accurately. But because I was so busy at the conference, I didn't even get to see his speech. And that was back in February. I just watched it 2 weeks ago, and it blew me away. It floored me. And I realized that if I had watched it a month ago, I wouldn't have been ready for it, because all these things that happened in my life, the fact that it took me until June or July to watch it, late June, that's there are forces working that we don't see in this physical simulation.
Damn. You know what? I just looked at my notes, and that's exactly what I put on the conversation topic. Simulation. So you're telling me, as a flat earther, you're telling me not to eliminate it?
I'm not.
This is interesting, bro.
We're in this like a place where your thoughts can change physicality. A place where there's free energy everywhere just being hidden from us. A place where there's all sorts of mind control. There's incredible things going on. This is more than just a physical reality where we evolved from plankton. Okay, we are created here. I believe we're eternal souls having this physical experience in this what we call physical. Is anything physical? We're all energy. It's all energy. So again, I don't. The simulation by itself isn't accurate, but it's not that far off. But
connect the dots for me, please.
Listen, the earth measures flat. It's viewed flat. It's stationary. Everything works on a stationary flat earth. With the law, we have laws of physics, laws of thermodynamics. They don't work on a globe. They work on a flat earth. So this simulation, this computer program, this reality, whatever the frig that is flat. It's a flat one, topographical, flat. And we're enclosed. I don't know how big that enclosure is. Maybe it's 1,000,000 miles past 60 degrees south, or maybe it's just at 90 degrees south. I don't know.
Well, guys, with that, before we jump into the next portion of the show, make sure you check out David Wise, Flat Earth Dave, and check out his app. Drop it, bro. You got to connect it right now. This is the right time.
Yeah. Well,
We-
flatearthdave.com, the app. Listen, when I and if you're new to the topic of flat Earth, you've probably tuned out already. But if you haven't, good for you. And we all had the same thing. We all, I was looking into all sorts of conspiracies, and I would look into anything except flat Earth. Flat Earth is the dumbest thing ever. And
Word. I thought that's what I felt too.
listen, I'll look into all these hoax shootings and all this stuff, and I wouldn't look into flat Earth. But then my friend Sophia Smallstar made me look, and I went in not to find the truth. I went in to disprove it. I went in to prove the globe, disprove flat Earth, and be done with all these, these flat tards, we'll call them, right? And that's what that literally. I was trolling flat earthers at that point. Banning anyone that even suggested I look at it on our social media, just ban for life. Like, you're too stupid to even listen to our podcast. And then after looking and actually using you're using critical thought. It's not a globe. You can start with it's not a globe, but it is absolutely level, horizontal, non-rotating, non-moving. And the stars are not billions and trillions and quadrillions of miles away. That's provable. So I created the app, Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. You can find it at flatearthdave.com. It's $3. You get 95% of the app, but there are some features that require a subscription. The subscription is $10. No, it's $11, $10.99 per year, not per month, not per week, right? There's no other app that is as cheap as this, and it gives you,
come on, bro.
It gives you everything, right? And there's a referral section in this is the friend finder, right? It's going to load. These are all the people that are around me that have the app, and I could click on them. I could look at their profile. I can send them a message. There's a dating feature on here. Find like-minded people. But right here is the referral section, and you can create a custom referral code just by clicking the pencil there. And if you're showing somebody flat Earth stuff and they go, where do I get the app? Have them use your referral code, and you get a point, and you get a million dome cryptocurrency. What is that worth? Worth a couple dollars, not a lot, right? But it's worth a couple dollars. You only paid $3 for the app. But from now until July 10th, it's double points and 2 million dome. Just for anybody that wants to. That's
an interesting name you use for the cryptocurrency, bro. As a flat earther,
yeah, dome. Well, what do you? It's Dome Shot is the full name, but it's DOME.
And it's the right place to put your money in right now with this crypto stuff growing, man. It's amazing.
Hey, well, listen, I'm not even telling anyone to buy any. I'm just saying, if you're new to crypto or you're in crypto, grab some free dome. What if it goes up?
Who doesn't want some free dome? Come on, guys.
Everybody wants some free dome. It went up, it went down like all the other cryptos did. And so we're going into a bull market. Who knows what's going to happen? But, always be careful in crypto, but how careful do you need to be when it's free? All right. So
love it.
From now until July 10th, I don't know when this is coming out, July 10th, 2025. It is double points and double dome. So last thing on the app, you got the friend finder. You got I have a new feature, which is flat Earth proof cards. So there's over 220 and counting flat Earth proofs. So you can search for them by name, or you can just go through. There's info links that'll give you more information on them. You click it, it'll bring you to a video, whatever. And you could share them with other people. Just click the share button. So when the Globers say there's no proof of the flat Earth, that is not true. And then if you click the heart button, this is the last thing, and then the app does so much more. But I'm a male. I'm interested in females in this age range within 150 miles search, and there's 21 like-minded people, and I could just swipe from profile to profile.
That comes to me at a very crucial point in my life.
Well, listen, anyone you meet on this app, guy or girl, is going to be a like-minded, awesome friend. right?
Yeah, dude.
And there's already people that have gotten married and have kids and everything because of this. So this is you'll you have more in common with every one of those blue dots than any dating site will ever put you in. And like Match.com, I think they're like $20 or $30 a month, right? This is $11 a year. All features come, and all future features are included in that $11.
Hell yeah.
Right. So add them as a friend. You can start texting with them. And then you can even do video calls on here. You can even do video calls. You can do group video calls. And then you can set up meetups. I want to show you one more thing. So if you hit the meetup maker, whoops, let me just get rid of that. The meetup maker, I tell people, say, alert me of local meetups, and you put in your address and you say, all right, all meetups, I have 1,000 miles because I'm interested. And anytime somebody sets up a meetup, it'll send you an email with a link to the meetup. And that way, you can create your own meetups.
Keeping everybody engaged.
Yeah. Like sort by date, and I'll just say search. Well, I didn't put any dates in there. Let's go 26. And so there's 29 meetups, and you just swipe in between them, and this is worldwide. You can search by location, you can search by within a radius, but these are all meetups that people are having.
Like-minded individuals, man. Make sure you check out the app, guys. That's amazing.
So there you go. So flatearthdave.com, click it there. It's for Android and Apple. And don't show again. There we go. And that's it for now. I'm working on a computer version and an open source version, but that's going to be a little bit of a while because time and money.
Time and money. Well, let's make magic with the time we have right now. We were talking about simulation, bro. Do you have something for me?
We
don't have to stay in simulation. We could always go.
I don't know. How much have you looked into the old world? I'm sure you're looking into the old world.
I looked into the old world. I have some speakers talking about the old world, a little bit of Tartaria, but it hasn't grabbed me. Like I've done research, it hasn't fooled me.
I have an old world section, which is the Griffin button. You click that, and up come some of the best channels for old world stuff. Have you watched My Lunch Break?
No, I haven't yet.
Everybody write that down. If you don't have the app, you can still just find it on YouTube or Rumble. My Lunch Break. I guarantee you, if you watch one, you're going to watch two. If you watch two, you're going to watch five, and then you're going to watch all of them. All right? So call in sick, whatever you got to do. And he puts one or two videos a week. One full length, I think, and then some shorter ones. But this will blow your mind. And then there's another great section here is our history, a different view. Mind blowing. And then the last thing when I first was introduced to the old world, someone sent me a video, and it was 5 hours. I'm like, I'm not watching a 5-hour video. Come on. And then so a couple more people sent it to me. A couple more people sent it. Dave, you got to see this. And 5-hour video. Come on. Right? Who's time for that? And so one night, 11 p.m., I'm cleaning up. I said, let me just throw this on the big screen there. And I threw it. 5 minutes later, I'm not cleaning up. I'm just staring. And the next it's 4 a.m. And I'm like, holy shit, what just happened to me? And then I went and took care of my business for the day, came home, and I watched it again. Another video twice.
10 hours worth, bro.
10 hours in one day. Here it is, The Lost History of Flat Earth. It's the top video in that section. But all this page alone will keep you so busy, your head will spin. You looked into the Cabbage Patch Kids?
I've seen some of that, yes.
Yeah, it's good stuff. That's a rabbit hole. It's like, man, oh man.
Delivered to you by the USPS directly to your front door.
I don't know.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. So nothing is off the table. Nothing.
I feel you more calm. Because, okay, for example, the first time you were here, you gave me an introduction. The second time you're here, we spoke about the island that had the port, and all the freaking ships were just going to that island for some reason. And there's nothing.
Kiribati? That
I think so.
Yeah, that's what we spoke about. Going to the outer lands. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But today you're more relaxed. Like, yeah, you're still Flat Earth Dave. Don't get me wrong. You're still flat. But it's like more like, There's more now.
There's
There's
so
more
much.
to believe now.
There's so much more. I remember growing up, like I had to go somewhere in a half hour or something. So I'm like staring at the wall, watching Gilligan's Island. I'm looking, scrolling for something stupid to watch on TV. Just bored. Like there's times where you're bored. Like, all right, I don't have to go for 2 hours. Like, what am I going to do for 2 hours? Why am plug my computer in. And when you discover this truth, there we go. When you discover this truth, the word bored, just get rid of it. You'll never, ever, ever use it again. Right. And I said to myself, a bunch of years ago, I said, you know what? I need more time. I need more time to research. I need more time.
Mm-hmm.
I got insomnia. I literally would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. As soon as I said that to myself, I literally created more time for myself. So I from 5 hours with no one to bother me to research. And once you discover the old world stuff and flat earth, there's never a day where you get out of bed before your feet touch the floor that you're not thinking about the earth being flat. And then when you go outside, you'll look around your hometown and you'll go, how did I miss that? How did I never see that? Right. And because it's right in front of your eyes, but you've been blinded by nonsense.
Entertainment is to control the mind. Right. Like I do enjoy a good series once in a while. Like my favorite series, Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. You ever watch it? Yeah, I've seen it.
Fantastic. All right. But that is controlling your mind. That is getting you to focus on that Breaking Bad. And after you watch it, you think about it. You dream about it. You think about it all the time. And it goes on and on and on. So it's taking all of that thought energy and containing it in fiction nonsense.
Oh.
Okay. When you could be focusing that energy on other manifestations.
You know what that's happened to me? As a kid, I'm still as an adult. Don't get me wrong. I'm obsessed with Star Wars, bro. I have Darth Vader tatted on me. Like I love Star Wars, right? I dress all black. Darth Vader's fucking awesome. I love it, right? And then I got so much into the lore, into the fandom that I would research lightsaber duels, and I would dream about being one of the best lightsaber duelists in the world, and just having all that, like all that energy spent in Star Wars lore. And you're right.
Let's talk about Star Wars. Ready? So Star Wars, you have the Galactic Federation. You're traveling to different areas of the universe. There's good areas. There's evil people. There's good people. There's Starfleet Command or whatever. Or maybe that's Star Trek. Whatever. All this stuff. And then you got the evil. You've got the Force, right? The Force. But may the Force be with you, right? So, what if the world is like this? Here we are, here, and these are outer lands. These are other lands beyond. This is Antarctica. Right? So those would be lands in the outer space across the plane, right? So there's a book called The Navigator Who Crossed the Ice Wall, and it's about this map. This is 172 different ponds or pieces of the plane or planets. And this is where we live. And you can go to these other lands, the land of Mars, there's all these different lands. There's a high-res map, and not right here. The lands of Venus. This is the lands of Draco right here. So these are all close here across the plane. And you can't travel between these worlds unless the custodians allow you. Right? You have to be allowed by the custodians, and all people that travel in between these lands are at a vibrational rate where they have a connection to the source. The source. They all have a connection to the source, like the force. Okay? And then there's hostile lands, there's friendly lands. Literally, Star Wars is talking about this. This is the outer space. We live here. All of this is outer space. These are planets in the outer space. And you can get there. These are just tens of thousands of miles away, hundreds of thousands of miles away. That's nothing. A light minute is so far beyond that, and we're supposed to, we're supposed to be able to see the North Star.
They tell you 100 million miles
Yeah.
away to get to, I don't know, Jupiter, G7, whatever it's called, and they tell you, okay, well, you can't get there because it's gonna take 53 million years to you to travel.
Hold on. The closest star. Check this out. The closest star is 4.5 light years away, 25 trillion miles. Okay. So if you and I got in a rocket ship and go a mile per second, which is faster than anyone's ever gone, and we traveled for 1 trillion seconds, we've gone 1 trillion miles at a mile per second, right? 1 trillion seconds, we're 1/25th of the way to the closest star. So we got to do that 24 more times, right? To get there, right? Do you know how long 1 trillion seconds is?
No.
31,000 years.
Get the fuck. Oh my God, dude.
Okay. So if you and I were in a rocket ship going faster than anyone's ever gone at a mile per second, it would take us 31,000 years to get 1/25th of the way to the closest star. We got to do that 24 more times. And we get there and we go, oh, there's no life on these planets. We got to go to the next star. That next star is magnitudes farther. Right. But you know what? I'm in the club, I guess. Elon is my buddy, and he's going to give us a rocket that goes 100,000 miles an hour. Right? It's only going to take us. It's only going to take us 100,000 years to get there. Okay. It's stupid. Space makes you stupid. Space is ridiculous. And when I say ridiculous, I get the word that begins with an R.
That's so deep, bro. That's so deep. Space makes you stupid, bro.
Yeah, space makes you stupid. It dilutes your mind. If you want to dilute something, pour it into a bigger container. You want to dilute a glass of milk, pour it into a pool. Want to dilute it more, pour it into the ocean. It's gone. Right? You want to dilute creation. You want to dilute your mind, pour it into expanding space. What is space expanding into? No, our universe is expanding at like 1 billion miles an hour in all directions. What's it expanding into? It's wow. It's stupid, right? And then they talk about gravity. So when people go, well, gravity holds everything together. And I say, what gravity? And they say, well, the Newtonian gravity, right? But they threw out Newtonian gravity for Einsteinian gravity. Newtonian gravity is, the apple fell on his head and he goes, oh, gravity. But, thank God the little kid didn't drop a helium balloon at the same time, because then he'd be figured out gravity. So you got Einsteinian gravity, which is the bending and warping of space-time. Do you know what that is? The bending and warping of space-time?
I've seen that on the blanket. I've seen the little experiment that he did.
It's stupid. No one knows what it is. The bending and warping of space-time is really the bending and warping of your mind. Right? It's stupid. It's nothing. Like, why would it go down? Why wouldn't it go in all directions? Why wouldn't it warp it? Like, what is making it go down? What is making this thing go down? If this is the fabric of space, why does it go that way or that way or that way or that way? It's stupid.
So you think they meant to
figure it out is because it's stupid. You're not stupid. It's stupid.
Do you think that's what they meant? The bending of your mind?
No, well, they literally try to do everything. Like Peter, you know what Peter Thiel is? Palantir, that's creating all of these, these drones, these robots that are going to probably wipe out humanity if we allow it. You anagram his name and it's the reptile. I thought that's interesting.
Holy snap. Look at that, dude.
Yeah. Check out Greg Reese, the Reese Report. Find him on Telegram or what's the I'm spacing on the other platform. But the Reese Report. Find Greg Reese, the Reese Report. He's got great stuff, and he just did one on Peter Thiel and Elon Musk. It's awesome.
That's crazy, man. That's insane. You know why I think it's because we've seen it. Last night I learned just recently. I have this whole breakdown on the Olmecs, right? But I think my theory is that they were trying to input themselves into the organic algorithm of the Earth, regardless if it's flat or not. But they were trying to avoid, or at least live forever, obsessed with forever. And that's something that we've all done. We've all done. We've all echoed people's names. We've all read books about other people. We've all seen statues, erected statues, written and even poems and movies about people that existed before us. So we're all obsessed about dreaming for living forever in a
It's
different
all
realm, is even,
it's
right?
about transhumanism. They're literally pushing for transhumanism, where they think they can avoid the punishment for their behavior by living forever.
Avoid judgment. Yeah,
Yep,
that's what I was thinking too.
that's what they're going for, and they're not far away from making their final step. So again, we need to, everybody needs to say no to this stuff, and we can change it. We can change it. People go, well, I'm just one person, I can't do anything. That's the psyop right there. One
That's
person
what they
can do
want you to say.
everything. Yeah, one person could do everything.
Steal you away from your creation powers, your intent, controlling your habits, keeping you docile, keeping you in that same hamster wheel of only eating, like living check to check and being okay with owning nothing straight out of the horse's mouth. That is exactly the main focus in the agenda because they steal you away. Dude, it's illegal in California to collect rainwater. Let me just put that out there. It's illegal.
It's also
You go to
illegal
jail.
to drill a well over 300 feet, I think. 300 feet. You know why? Because you'll hit primary water, right? The waters are below and the waters above. There's infinite water, infinite. There's no water shortage. But if you drilled any deeper, you'd hit primary water and you'd have this pristine, ancient, beautiful water, an endless ocean. That's what Gaddafi found underneath the desert. And that's why they took him out.
Did you know that the next and you mind you guys, this is Trebles Garcia from Paranoi Radio Podcast, and we're tiny little shows still compared to these freaking big players. But I'm telling you right now, the next pandemic, it's gonna be with water. I'm telling you right now, something
Could
in the
be.
water, bro.
Could be. Um,
Yeah,
I distill my water. I put my water in the sunlight in blue bottles. I charge my water on my Tesla coil, and I
look at
play
that.
music for my water, and I pray over my water.
Is that also available? All of those tips on your
You can
app?
do all of that stuff. Yeah, I'm actually adding a health section of stuff that I do on here.
Yeah.
That's coming up. There's so many little tricks that you can do that are free. There's so many things, like tilting your bed. It's literally a life changing thing, and it's free. It's free.
That's freaking amazing. David Wise, ladies and gentlemen, from the Flat Earth Dave. And he is, I'm telling you, bro, this guy, you look a lot more calmer today. I don't know what it is.
No, I'll tell you what
Things
it is.
changing in life.
I actually had some. I had a few hours in between interviews, and I swam this morning, and my shoulders were really killing me. And
Mhm.
I went to. We have friends that have the spa, and I went to the spa. There's a little personal information here. I'll give it to you. And I did uh, infrared sauna for half an hour. And I
Whoa.
did an ice plunge for 7 minutes in like
Whoa.
48-degree water, and then back to the infrared sauna. Then I did a hydro massage, and then I did a beamer with this other cold laser, and
Light therapy,
yeah,
huh?
and,
Look
and
at
then
that.
and then I had these glasses on called the Pasayo, which plays music like meditative music, and then flashes these different patterns through your eyelids. And now that's probably why I'm calm.
That's
normally,
amazing,
normally,
bro.
normally I'm a little pumped up, but it's easy for somebody like you because you're awake, you're aware, and you also know that you don't know everything and that you're willing to learn more. So
Yeah.
that's the kind of person you want to be. I don't know everything. I know a lot more than all the sleeping zombies out there, but I know that I'm going to learn new stuff every single day.
I love that. Oh, yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time where they can find you, bro.
FlatEarthDave.com. The way you support me is and support yourself. Get the app, and every day on the app there is a featured video. Today's video is a really great one. It's like several years old, but it's called "The Stairway of Disbelief," and it's by Neil Kramer.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know who Neil Kramer is. He's awesome, and he talks about how when you're awake, how you help other people go awake. Like if you have somebody that's sleeping that's in your life, you don't go, hey, bro, the earth is flat, and 9/11 was an inside job. You can't do that. You have to start them on a slow stare, like, hey, the JFK assassination wasn't done by Lee Harvey Oswald. Oh, really? Tell me more, and then you get them on that step firmly. Then you go, hey, it looks like the moon landing wasn't exactly what they told us. And you walk them up the stairwell, and it's a great, great video. But every day there's a featured video. This is what I tell people. I offer 3 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof. Okay. But you have to watch the daily video every day for 2 weeks. At the end of that 2 weeks, if you think you have a globe proof, send it to me. But before you do, you got to click the
questions.
The question mark, and up comes all the questions that you're going to be asking. What about gravity? Where does the sun go? Where does the sun go? Great videos in there now. It's great videos. And your question will be answered before you even ask it to me. And basically, those of you that are intellectually honest, if you follow those rules, you won't even send me the thing. You'll send me an email going, I hate you. My family thinks I'm crazy because I know the earth is flat. But it's okay. It's okay. Listen, nobody wakes up and says, I want to be a flat earther, especially back in 2014, because you just got ridiculed. Now it's much easier. People are like, I've heard stuff about that. I'm thinking about it. Right?
It's so mainstream now, bro.
It's there. But once you become a flat earther, you'll never, ever want to be a glober. You'll never, ever, because it's so absolutely insane. And once you see it, you really can't unsee it. There's a new book coming out. A channel that calls himself Aloha from Florida. He's got this little short book coming out called Top 10 Flat Earth Proofs. It's literally, you can sit down and read it in one sitting. And it's a little tiny book. It's awesome. It's going to link you to videos with a QR code on the back. It's going to be the ultimate tool for waking up friends and family, and you're going to buy them by the case and just give them out. These are the people that are on my app. A little more than the last time we were on, right? These are the people that have my app. Here's the UK.
Whoa.
Yeah. Look. So when people say, well, flat earth is dying, there's no flat earthers. This is probably less than 1% of the flat earthers on the earth, because there's so many flat earthers don't even know who I am, don't even know about my app.
Whenever you have controlled opposition inject themselves in your movement, that's how you know you've made it big. You have opposition.
Oh, now, dude, I have dedicated trolls. Like, if you put this on YouTube, the trolls will show up on your channel, comment on every comment. There's one guy called Horse View or something like that. They've got zero content on their channel. They'll never offer a glow proof. They'll just call me a scammer. They'll say, just nonsense. They'll say no flat earther ever addresses how the sun sets. I've crushed how the sun sets. The sun doesn't even set on a globe. It only sets on a flat earth. And they'll stay there for days and days and days until you stop getting views, right? And it's like nobody does that on their own. Like, if you hate something, do you sit on a channel and comment on everyone's comment? I
try to beat it.
Their lives are so sad. Like, things that I hate, I don't even know what they are, because I don't pay any attention to them. I don't pay attention. The thing is, you can rise above, and it's not looking down on things. It's just rise your energy as high as you can get it, and all of that shit is invisible to you. It all goes away. And then when you see somebody, a friend that's down, you can say they're below you, right? They're having a bad time. You don't lower yourself to their vibration. You stay up high and offer them to come up, right? Like, when you go into a party, if you're at a party and you're miserable, you're just really miserable, you're going to find the most miserable people at that party and hang out with them, and you're all going to commiserate. And then some girl will come in, she's happy and ditzing around, and you're all going to look over and go, look at that dumb bitch, right? because your vibrations are so different. But if you were happy and having a great time, you'd probably go buy her a drink and you'd end up taking her home. Okay.
Boom.
Maybe not both.
Wife.
Just take her, drive her home because you got so good.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want her driving a vehicle
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, David, I want to thank you again. This is a very relaxed session, bro. I'm happy that you were here. I'm kind of happy that how this whole thing worked out. You guys he's been here on season 2. He was here on season 4, and now he's here in season 8, the final season. And I'm so happy, dude. I'm gonna book you again for 2026, and we'll see what more advantages and more stuff that you bring in next year. I'm very happy with what you're doing. Yeah, go ahead.
Check out the app. It's a great learning tool. You meet some new people around you. Like if you're a flat earther, if you do a meetup or just reach out to one person, like, hey, we're just 5 miles from each other. Let's meet at the little pub. Go have a beer. Ends up being your best friend. I've never met a flat earther that I didn't like. Okay, that we didn't become good friends, guys and girls. It's amazing. So
it is.
They want us separated 6 feet apart. They don't want us reading each other's facial expressions. They want us, believing in systemic racism. They want us scared. They want us afraid that an asteroid's going to come and take out the Earth. Asteroids aren't real. Nuclear bombs aren't real. All of this nonsense. It's all not real. But they're going to try to screw this place up really bad unless we stop them. Unless we say no, unless we don't give them our energy. They can't do it without us, without our permission.
That nuke stuff. Level Plain Poem, Tamara, mad love to T. I freaking love her. She's a big fan of you. I think you guys collaborated a couple times. When she talked to me about the nuke stuff, I was like, shut the front door.
On my website, flatearthdave.com, scroll down. There's a bunch of banners near the bottom, and one of them is a nuclear bomb banner. There's a series of podcasts there that you can listen to. Now, here's the thing. Don't believe anything. Don't believe anything I say. By everything. But these podcasts, they literally got all the information. They laid it out for you. So, you can go and try to figure all this stuff out yourself, or you can, hey, somebody did the work for me. I'm going to listen to it, and then I'm going to verify it. And it's all true. Nuclear bombs are a joke.
That's amazing. Make sure you check them out, ladies and gentlemen. This episode is going to be on YouTube. Like, subscribe. And guys, if you're going to be in the comment section, get loud, all right? Make sure you check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a 5-star rating for podcast on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Thank you, David. That was amazing, bro.
Thanks. See ya.